Stop scrolling for a second. Ask yourself an honest question. How many videos have you watched about manifestation? How many techniques have you tried? The vision boards, the affirmations, the endless scripting in journal after journal, only to look at your actual life a week later and realize nothing has really changed. It feels frustrating, doesn't it? It feels like everyone else possesses some hidden secret that you're missing out on. Here is the uncomfortable truth. You don't lack willpower. You don't lack focus. You are failing to manifest what you want because you are using the wrong law. Most people are obsessed with the law of attraction, the idea that you have to attract something from out there, bring it into here, and constantly chase a higher frequency. But legendary mystic Neville Goddard taught something radically different, something that instantly shifts the dynamic from chasing to having. He called it the law of assumption. The law of assumption states that the world outside of you is not a fixed reality. It is nothing more than a mirror reflecting your internal state of consciousness. You do not attract what you want. You project and experience what you assume you already are. In this video, we are stripping away the fluff, the toxic positivity, and the overcomplicated spiritual jargon. This is the ultimate, step-by-step guide to mastering the law of assumption. By the time this video ends, your entire perception of reality will shift, and if you apply what you learned today, your external world will have no choice but to follow. To understand how to change your life, you first have to understand why standard manifestation advice fails you. The law of attraction teaches you to focus on desire. But when you desire something, what are you actually confirming to your subconscious mind? You are confirming its absence. Saying "I want money" is the subconscious equivalent of declaring "I don't have money." The universe doesn't answer your wishes, it amplifies your current state of being. The more you want something, the more the universe reinforces the state of wanting. Neville Goddard flipped this entire framework on its head. He realized that reality is divided into two parts: the internal world of imagination, and the external world of the 3D senses. Most people live entirely from the outside in. They look at their bank account, their relationship status, or their health, and they let those external facts dictate how they feel inside. If the bank account is empty, they feel poor. If they are single, they feel lonely. They are reaction machines. The law of assumption requires you to live from the inside out. It demands that you treat your internal imagination as the only true reality. Your external 3D world is simply an echo, a delayed shadow of your past assumptions. When you look at a star in the night sky, you are looking at light that traveled millions of years to reach your eyes. You are looking at the past. Your physical environment works the exact same way. It is just past thoughts rendered in physical form. Therefore, trying to change your physical reality by manipulating physical things is like trying to change your reflection in a mirror by wiping the mirror itself. It's useless. You don't fix the mirror, you fix the person standing in front of it. When you change your internal assumption, the external reflection has no physical choice but to alter itself to match you. Now, let's break down the practical framework. How do you move from understanding this concept intellectually to actually living it? Neville Goddard laid out a clear, systematic process. Here is your 4-step blueprint. Step 1. Define the desired end state. Do not focus on how your goal will happen. The how is none of your business. The how belongs to the infinite mechanics of the subconscious mind. Your only job is to define what the ultimate end looks like. If your goal is financial freedom, don't imagine paying off a bill. Imagine the feeling of complete ease as you look at a thriving portfolio. If your goal is a loving relationship, don't imagine a first date. Imagine waking up next to that person 3 years from now, feeling completely secure. Always go to the end. Step 2. Construct a brief, specific scene. Neville emphasized the power of a short recurring scene that implies your desire is already fulfilled. Keep it brief, no longer than 5 to 10 seconds, so you can repeat it easily without your mind wandering. This scene must imply completion. It could be a friend shaking your hand and saying, "I'm so proud of your success." ... It could be the sound of your key turning in the front door of your dream home. It could be looking down at a wedding ring on your finger. Pick one simple scene that could only happen after your assumption has become reality. Step 3. Enter the state akin to sleep. This is Neville Goddard's most potent technique. SATS is the twilight state between wakefulness and sleep, the theta brainwave state. Right before you fall asleep at night, your physical body relaxes, but your mind remains subtly conscious. In this state, the barrier between your conscious and subconscious mind is completely open. Lie down comfortably. Relax your physical body until you feel floating or distant. Then, begin looping your short scene in your imagination. Do not view the scene as a movie playing on a screen in front of you. You must experience it in the first person. See through your own eyes. Feel the texture of the object in your hand. Hear the tone of the voice speaking to you. Engage your sensory senses within your imagination. Repeat this short scene over and over until it takes on the full tones of reality. Repeat it until you fall asleep directly inside the feeling of the desire fulfilled. Step 4. Persist in the assumption. What happens when you wake up the next morning? This is where 99% of people fail. They wake up, look at their 3D environment, see no immediate change, and cry out, "It didn't work!" The moment you react to the absence of your desire in the 3D world, you instantly shatter your assumption. You flip back to the old state. Persistence does not mean forcing yourself to be happy 24/7. It simply means remaining loyal to your internal reality, despite what your eyes and ears tell you. When a doubt arises during the day, you don't fight it. You simply recognize it as an old echo, and return mentally to your assumption. It is already done. The biggest hurdle you will face on this journey is what Neville called the 3D trap. The physical world insisting that your desire isn't real yet. You must realize that physical reality has a buffer period. Matter is slow, dense, and heavy, compared to thought. An oak tree does not explode out of an acorn overnight. But the blueprint is fully present the moment the acorn is planted. When you assume a new reality, you have planted the seed. The delay in the physical world is simply the time it takes for that seed to materialize. If you dig up the seed every day to check if it's growing, you kill it. Stop digging up your seeds. To protect your seed, you must audit your inner conversation. Listen closely to the monologue running in your head right now. What are you telling yourself when you walk down the street? Laikumua matrurasa. What are you rehearsing when you wash the dishes? Laikumua naitei. Most people maintain a continuous inner argument with life. They rehearse failure, they replay past arguments, and they mentally complain about their current situation. Your inner speech is creating your outer reality every second of the day. Neville warned that you cannot maintain an assumption of wealth while holding internal conversations about scarcity. You cannot maintain an assumption of love while internally complaining about how hard dating is. Align your mental dialogue with your assumed state. Speak to yourself, and about others, only from the vantage point of the person you have already become. Living in the end is not a mental trick, it is an absolute shift in identity. Ask yourself right now, how would I feel? How would I walk? How would I interact with the world if my biggest dream was already my everyday reality? Would you be checking your phone every 5 minutes in desperation? No. You would be calm. You would feel a quiet, settled sense of peace and relief. That feeling of relief is the exact emotional state you are looking for. When a goal is accomplished, the excitement eventually fades into a comfortable sense of naturalness. It becomes your new normal. When you make your desire feel natural in your imagination, the physical world must warp itself to make it natural in 3D. Stop asking when it is coming. The question, when, implies that it isn't here yet. Instead, rest in the absolute conviction that in the mental realm, the only realm that creates, it is already complete. The law of assumption is not a magic spell. It is the operating system of your mind. You have been using it your entire life, mostly in reverse, assuming limitation, lack, and hardship, and watching the world mirror those exact states back to you. Today, you hold the key to reverse the direction. Tonight, as you lie in bed, do not fall asleep to random thoughts, news, or social media. Step into your SATs. Loop your scene. Feel the reality of your desire until it feels so real that you fall asleep in peace. Try it for 7 days. Guard your mind, stay loyal to your inner vision, and watch how quickly your physical world begins to rearrange itself around you. If this guide gave you clarity today, hit the like button and subscribe for deeper insights into consciousness and reality creation. Leave a comment below declaring your new state. Write it down as if it is already done. Remember, you do not become what you want. You become what you assume you are. Assume greatness.